I'm talking, of course, to the anvil-headed Jay Leno. Now, since you're going to be here on kind of a regular basis, is that going to cut down on your traveling?
No, I'll still fly out. I'll still be
it?
out 4 or 5 nights a week doing
Yeah.
it. That's what you do. You try the jokes out on the road, and then you bring them back and you do them on Monday. You know?
Are you on the, remember when I traveled this summer, they gave me a, which I'd never gotten before, the extra mileage or free bonus? What is that?
I'm on the Delta one, the Frequent Survivor program.
Yeah.
If you make it through. You know, what happened to that? I mean...
I don't know.
Now,
they had another incident last night with some plane landing at the wrong airport. It wasn't Delta. It was, whatever it was, they were going into the wrong airport. And somebody said, "No, Harry, no."
Well, they had that near...
What are they doing? Following the railroad tracks or something, you know? Is this it?
Well, you know, a lot of this is deregulation. Because you have people flying, it was $80. Yeah. You have people flying now who used to hitchhike or cling to the bottom of trains to get where they were going. You get on the plane now and people with goats and chickens. Because, you know, it used to be a sophisticated... Well, I remember the old days when you would fly, halfway through the flight, the pilot would come out and he would walk down the aisle of the plane. Now it's like running the gauntlet. You know, he walks out, people...
Get in there.
They stay locked in the... But, you know, Delta...
They've had some problems.
Well, they still have the best safety record, I think. I think of all the airlines. But you see, even in the slogans, you know, it used to be Delta, the airline run by professionals. Then I think 2 years ago it went to Delta, we're ready when you are.
Right.
The new slogan, this is the one they've been using, Delta, we get you there. Oh, shut up, sit down. We get you there. You know, I think
We're ready when you are. I like that.
That's what they used, you know.
And that's the one they used to have.
The one that amazed me was this near collision with the Continental one. I mean, the only 2 planes in the sky, they came within 50 feet of each other. You know, you put 10 horses in a corral, they run around, though they don't bang into each other.
Yeah. And there's a lot of space up there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well,
the worst are the commuter ones.
I have flown those like you if you play small towns.
Oh, boy, this is...
Without putting any of them down. You don't know that in Minnesota, I once had to fly out of Minnesota, and I called, and they said, you go on Gopher Airlines. Now, not that that Minnesota happens to be the Gopher state, and I had forgotten. And I said, I don't want to get on any plane named Gopher. I mean, but that's Gopher Airlines.
That's the thing, you know, those are the kind of airlines that when they do crash, you only hear about it on cable. You know, you know what I mean? They come in with a bulldozer, there's a mass grave, a little headstone. Nobody really... They thought so little of themselves, you know, that kind of... No one really cares. You know, you want to go down on American United. There's something that's going to make the papers, you know. They go for a little back thing behind the
Gopher Airlines, yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh, God. Are you a good flyer? Are you...
I don't mind it. You know, I figure if the pilot's going to go down with me, you know, as long as I know I'm taking him with me. You know? If I'm dead, you're dead.
Not the way to look at it.
That's my attitude. See, you know, the commuter one, it's not that they're so bad. It's just that they make, you know, so many stops.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time it's not even regular stops. Just the kind of stops, so like the pilot can show the plane to his friends. You know, that you know, I mean, every time we land, you guys, I kept, I got it back, you know.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's awful. I flew one, boy, what was the one come? I don't want to name, but boy, this was like stepping in the hole of some kind of flying slave ship, this thing. Bodies piled, all the pilots are lined up in a terminal, they're pumping quarter into the insurance machine.
Yeah, that's bad when you see the pilot.
You know my biggest fear? I always get stuck in that stupid middle seat. You know,
there's 2 on one side and 3 on the other.
I get stuck between the screaming baby with diarrhea and the octogenarian with halitosis. You know, we look like the 3 ages of man winging through time.
Or a mutual fund salesman from Texas.
And God forbid you get stuck on the plane with nothing to read. You're forced to read that in-flight magazine. Boy, this is edited by the same people that do highlights, which you find in your dentist's office.
That's right.
And they always make that announcement, feel free to take this complimentary copy home with you. That's okay, I'm not going to be wrapping any fish today. I think more people steal a puke bag and take that magazine.
I'll put that next to the Encyclopedia Britannica when I get home. A lot of good stuff there. Okay, we'll do this. We'll be right back. And fly trans debris. All right. Now, folks. We read about my first guest tonight in a local Kansas newspaper, and she sounded like a more than remarkable woman. She's 105 years old. We thought you might like to meet her. She's from Ellsworth, Kansas. Would you welcome, please, Mildred Holt. Mildred? How are you, dear?
Fine. I remember when you were in New York.
You do?
Yeah.
You watched the show?
Me too.
Yeah, we started the show in New York.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
I remember both of you.
You remember?
I watched you every time you put the show on.
Yeah, you can remember all the way back to 1962,
You
huh?
bet.
Now, tell me, so are you really? You don't look. Oh, come on, I don't know what somebody 105 is supposed to look like.
You look better than I saw you then.
Yeah. You must have been out night clubbing someplace in New York at that time. Now, are you really 105? 105 years old. When were you born?
1882. How many have you had that are over 105?
You're the oldest person I have ever met and ever had on this
That's
show.
the way it is at home. I'm always the oldest one they ever met.
Somebody told me you wanted to ask me some questions. Is there?
Well, I hear you've had, what, 3, 4 wives.
Well,
That's great.
Really?
Good for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate that because I don't know. I guess maybe I've just been unlucky in marriage or something.
I know.
And I just keep trying.
I know when you were in New York. I know when he was in New York. I know when you left New York.
Right. Yeah.
So my mind's still working a little bit.
Oh, yeah, your mind is working fine. Yeah. You have any brothers? Were you born in Kansas?
Brothers?
No, you have brothers and sisters?
They were 6 girls and 3 boys.
Yeah.
I was the youngest girl.
You were?
They've all died years ago.
Yeah.
I outlive them all. I'm
sure?
too mean to die.
Well, you're too mean to die. Well, you come from a big... I'm from Nebraska, you know.
I know when you were in Nebraska.
And you remember when I was in New York, too. Yeah.
I remember the show you put on Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I had a show there, a local show in
Yeah.
Omaha and Lincoln. Now,
And Nebraska's right next to Kansas.
yeah, we're...
You can't say anything about Kansas tonight.
No, Kansas, good state. Good state.
I met a man at the hotel, and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Kansas." He said, "Oh, my goodness." That made me mad.
Well, he's some... Definitely not a nice person to say that.
I thought that was awful.
Yeah.
He forgets that Kansas produces more wheat than any state in the Union.
Absolutely. That's right.
That's where your bread comes from.
Yes, the breadbasket of the country is in Kansas. Right. Did you know that most people...
Of course, the trouble is they can't get any money for the wheat.
She likes people closer to her in old age. She's talking to you. Well, Nebraska produces a lot of corn.
Oh, I know they do.
A lot of corn.
And they just had a 7-inch rain
Really?
yesterday.
Did they need it? Yeah, pretty dry.
I don't think they needed it.
Yeah.
We don't need it either. When we left Wichita, all the streets were flooded.
Yeah. Well, that's enough rain then for a while, right? What's the first thing you remember as a child? How far back do you really remember?
Well, I remember our first automobile was 1914. And the first plane, I don't remember when the first plane came out. Must have been...
Early 1900s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you ever fly in an airplane?
Yes,
you flew
all
out
the
here.
time. Every time I get a chance.
Yeah.
I fly to Birmingham, Alabama, where my daughter lives, and 8 grandchildren.
Now, how old's your daughter now?
That one is 46.
46. What's
My
your...
youngest one. I have a son that's 80, and
How is Sonny anyway? Is he doing all right?
well, he took me to the airport and put me on.
Okay, I tell you what, we're going to take a pause here. You know, we have to stop occasionally for a commercial.
I know you do.
You know we do. Then we're going to come back and we'll talk some
Yeah.
more, huh? Okay, you're fun. All right, we'll be right back. Stay where you are. Okay, we're back now. If you just joined us, we're talking with, may I call you Mildred?
Yeah,
Mildred
sure,
Holt from
I like that.
Ellsworth, Kansas, 105 years old. And we asked Mildred if she would like a little drink or a little water or something, and you said you'd like a highball. Now, that's Midwestern expression,
That's
for
right.
sure. That's a Midwestern expression.
That's right.
Do you have a little taste of,
I wish you would.
can I see what you drink?
Sure. I'd like to have you drink most of it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
We don't get it at home in Kansas.
You don't get it? Is Kansas still
Not
dry?
very often.
Oh.
They have wine and beer, and I don't like either one.
Yeah.
And I don't have this very often, just for a dinner party.
So when you get out of states, it's
You
wacko.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be staying here long, will you, Mildred?
Act up when I get out.
She knows a drinker when she sees one, too. Well, that's good. I think a little alcohol is good for the blood.
I know it is.
It's a blood thinner. They say a certain amount is good. So,
Gives you a little pep.
you betcha.
You bet.
What's an average day for you like? What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 8.
8 o'clock.
I eat my breakfast. I dress and then go eat my breakfast. Then I go shopping.
Yeah. You
And
eat your
I
breakfast
get-
before you dress?
No, I come down all dressed
Oh, okay.
every morning and eat my breakfast. Grapefruit, coffee, toast, sometimes eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I make out my list and go shopping and buy what I need, meat and potatoes and fruit and
Booze.
so on and so forth.
You don't drive a car, do you?
No, I had to quit 2 years ago, and that broke my...
They made you quit driving when you were 103?
Yeah.
Why
you
did
know why?
No.
One car died on me. It just... it was worn out, and
Yeah.
I bought a Chevy with steering brakes and all that. I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
I had my son-in-law in with me. We started out. Here was a stop sign.
Yeah.
Here was my car, and one back of me. I threw the brake on, threw him up against the windshield. He said, "You're going to kill somebody or
Yeah.
yourself."
Yeah, well, you had those new power brakes.
Yeah,
You
power brakes. I took the car home, put a sign up for sale.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Your your passengers wouldn't be here today for sure. Somebody said you like to play cards.
I love to
What do you play,
play
bridge,
cards,
poker,
and
or
I
what?
always play to win.
You do. What do you play? Bridge, poker?
I play bridge, pitch, and some penny ante.
Yeah.
But mostly bridge. I belong to a duplicate club, and they're all listening tonight.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
I think I'm shocking you.
Do you watch television at all?
All the time.
Yeah.
I watch 60 Minutes.
That's good.
As the world turns, but I get provoked with them.
You get provoked?
Too much kissing.
Too much
and-
kissing. Do you think there's too much sexual type of
I
things on
do.
television?
Yeah. I'm too old to like that.
Well, what do you think about nudity in movies? They have motion pictures
I
now.
don't like it.
You don't care for it?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't go to see a picture where?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What do you... Now, are you familiar with Jim and Tammy Baker?
Oh, I don't like him at all. They ought to string him up.
You ought to string him up, huh? Well, that's might be a little going overboard, but don't... How about the president? President Reagan?
I like President Reagan.
Good.
But since he's had so many nose operations, he's not quite as good as he was.
Oh, you think because of too much surgery on his nose?
I think his first 4 years were great. Of course, I am a Republican.
Oh, you are, huh? Who was the first candidate you ever voted for? Do you remember?
Theodore, let's see, the first one is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And he was a marvelous person.
He was a good president.
He
huh?
went to Spain and won the war in a month.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
I had a boyfriend, 16, 18, that was going to go, and I thought, oh my, how terrible. But it was all over in a month.
yeah. Was that the fellow you married?
No, I married William Holt from West Virginia, and he's a spinning age of President Wilson, but much better looking.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your husband's
Really, the two of them look just alike.
Yeah. Your husband's not still living, is he?
No, he died 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've battled my life ever since.
Did you ever think of remarrying?
No.
Well, you thought it was all right
Never
for...
had a chance.
Never had a chance. Well, you thought it was all right for me to get remarried?
Oh, it is, because you're young.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, you're a remarkable old person. If there's
You
any...
never had anyone so old.
Yeah, I guess you're right there, Mildred. When's the last time you were in California? Have you been to California before?
Oh, yes. My sister lived in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
That was, 25 years ago, and I'd come out, and then I visited in Fresno. Mm-hmm. I had Rockefeller, the rich Rockefeller daughter, or granddaughter, or cousin, or something. I'd come visit her.
Yeah.
Because they used to live in Kansas.
I see.
They owned a ranch there.
I see.
Then I visited San Francisco once, a PEO convention.
Yeah.
Maybe you have PEOs here tonight.
Is that the Elks you're talking?
That's a great organization that put girls through college.
Oh, I wasn't familiar with that. Well, you're a remarkable lady, and it's nice to have you out here with us.
Thank you. And if
Are you going to watch our show occasionally from time to time?
am. And I watched it until I decided I better go to bed at 10 o'clock. Get my rest.
Get your rest. Well, it's nice having you out here, Mildred. Are you going to stay a few days in California?
Going to Kansas tomorrow.
Going to Kansas tomorrow. Well, you take this with you. But thank you for being with us. You're a lovely lady. You stay right there. We'll be back in a moment. I first met Jonathan Winters about 1953 or 54. Jack Parr at that time, believe it or not, was doing a show early in the morning on CBS. And I went in to fill in for him once, and they said, you have a fellow called Jonathan Winters on today. And he came on, and I thought then he was the most inventive, off-the-wall comedians I have ever seen, and I still think that. He's just finished a movie called Moon Over Parador with Richard Dreyfuss. He's written a book called Winter's Tales, Stories and Observations for the Unusual. Would you welcome Jonathan Winters? Little pouch there.
Well,
Just a little
you know,
pouch there.
turkeys carry a lot of stuff in front, and it costs them their lives. So I'm carrying everything. I've been carrying it for a long time, and I tell you, it's just since we're on this.
Yes.
And I want to be. I'm so thankful really, to be here at this particular time. Because of the book and because I'm alive and you know, my shoes are corrective. I can feel my toes now. They didn't come through a chiropractor. What is not a chiropractor? You're a colonel. What is it? A general.
Chiropodist or podiatrist. Or podiatrist.
Podiatrist. You know, I had too many guys working on my feet. That's why they had to be corrected. But at any rate, I stopped drinking a long time ago.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, I haven't stopped eating, but I stopped smoking. There's so little left. And that's out.
And the feet are out. And that's That's a memory, too.
That's a memory, you know? Yeah. It falls off, and it's gone away. So it flies away.
Does it bother you getting older?
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm 62 now, John.
What was it you said one night? You were on the final
glide path.
Yeah.
It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
For those people who are doing a lot of this, get ready. You can't take that can through. Doesn't happen. My stepfather once said to me, if you make 60, you are definitely in the fourth quarter. Definitely. Might be OT.
You come from a family of...
A small family. I was the only child. I'm glad. I got everything there was to get.
No rivalry?
Not a lot either. No rivalry. No, I fought an attorney, killed him on the spot. He said, you get the kitchen knives. Good. You'll do time for this, and then it was gone.
Anyway, want to talk about this?
Sure.
I mean,
Get off of kitchen knives.
You got it.
This was a book, took me 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. A little slow.
Well, you have a word processor?
No, I don't have a word processor.
You're not smarter now. If you were a kid now, you'd have a word processor.
This is all I got. Yeah. And that's all Lincoln wrote with, you know. I can't type, very honestly.
Oh, right.
I can't. It's unfortunate. And with the secretary situation, it's a little frightening, you know. The senators are being reported and things. So I thought it's better to stick with a little hand.
Did your wife suggest you should not use a secretary?
Yeah,
was that your
right away. She said that ballpoint pen, get on it. And so I went down the basement and between jobs wrote this little 216-page book. And it's a book on short stories, a little poetry, it's reflections, observations. It's not what you call a funny book. I don't want to turn you off on this, but it's reflections, observations, which can be funny.
Pithy comments.
Yeah, pithy. Yeah. Toward the end, it gets pithy. But you can sit, and you know where you sit a lot of times. You can sit there. Here, Margaret, look here. And
what's your favorite? Anything in here you'd like to?
Well, they're all my favorite. That's an ego problem. No.
Before you do that, why don't you find one, and we'll do a commercial.
Okay. I'm just as interested as you are.
Your hands are cold.
Yes, my hands are cold. Hold on to me.
We'll do this, and we'll come right back for our reading corner. All right, friends, now, in our author's corner, this is what I'll call our normal author's spot now, and John's going to read from his Random House did this book?
Yes.
A little excerpt from some of your observations.
Okay.
Okay.
Sit right up, pencils up or pencils down. This is called, How Much Money Did You Make Today, Little Man? How much money did you make today, little man? Only 15 cents. I sold an old green bottle I found buried out back of the barn. How much money did you make today, little man? Carried some groceries, 4 big bags of them, for an old woman to her car. She gave me a whole quarter. How much money did you make today, little man? I raked leaves all day long for Mr. Rogers. Took them into an old dirty sheet down to Buck Creek and burned them. Both my hands are sore and full of blisters. Mr. Rogers gave me $1, silver dollar. Said he'd had it for a long, long time. That's Mr. Rogers cracking nuts. Either that or the fireplace is on fire. How much money did you make today, little man? I washed Grandpa's pickup and then waxed it. Made it look almost new. Grandpa gave me 75 cents and a picture of him in uniform when he was in World War I. How much money did you make today, little man? I shoveled snow all day Saturday and most of Sunday. Would have made a bunch of money, but the handle broke as it was. Almost made $2. How much money did you make today, little man? I didn't make a cent today. Hard to believe, ain't it? I've been hustling ever since I was born. But today I found something better than money. Something I've been looking for a long, long time. Ever since my dad died. No, it ain't money. I found a friend. A real friend. Somebody that don't care whether I got money or not. Last thing she said to me today was, I don't care how much you make today. Little man, I love you and just want to be your wife. It's not to say she doesn't love me. I'm sure she does. And I love her. But we're only kids. I'll bet you anything, when I grow up and do marry her, first thing she's going to say is, how much money did you make today, Leno?
That's nice. That's a nice piece. Ooh. Yeah. You have described yourself as a 60-year-old kid, right?
Oh, 62, yes.
62. Do you still
62.
hang on to your childhood possessions?
Yeah, I've got my ball mitt, which is really, it's small. It's just, my hand is small, and it just very barely covers my hand. It's an old mitt, Walker Cooper out of St. Louis.
You can't throw it away, right?
No, I can't throw it away.
I've got stuff like that.
I tried to throw it away, and it was thrown back at me.
Yeah.
No, I have marbles. I have a .22 rifle. I have a couple of boxes of soldiers, and I got to tell you one little story, John, especially this time of the year when people are, in the festive mood, and also people with, large pins ready to hit the turkey there in New York and watch it. At any rate, no, I was kidding about that. I always wanted to do that as a kid. Go, ooh, watch the big rubber turkey. Terrible. They're a violent child. I stuck it in a real turkey. He went at me. No, when I came home, this is a moment of grief, but for a lot of people, but I came home from the war, and I was just, again, talking about Thanksgiving, like yourself, strafing people there in Philadelphia. But I came home, and I went down the Stone Road, and my mother was there, and I said, you had to cue her a lot, and she was in show business. She was in radio and an actress, but I'd say, Mother, it's me, and her eyes were not Vaseline at that time. And I said, Johnny, your son. I see you. So it was a very demonstrative family, and ran to a lot of the minorities would run and grab each other, but boy, when you're full Caucasian, a lot of times it's back off, So...
Full Caucasians are like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, and eventually she grabbed me, the bottle dropped, Oh, nice, sweetheart, it is you. And so I went to my room, which got this area in here. Bed, wash bowl, and a commode, and place to hang the funny shirts. So I said, Mother, it's great to be home, number one. And I said, where are my toys? There's a long pause. She said, you're 20 years old, dummy. And very sensitive at that time, too. I mean, if you said that had been said to me in the service, and of course, grenade. So I didn't have any grenades, or she'd have been history. So I said, Carol, say about your mom. We're a tough family.
You got to call it as you see it.
You got it. Because she'd survive. I know her.
Yeah.
And
tough old lady.
Blow her into a tree, come right out with some squirrel, So she said, you're 20 years old. What are we talking about the toys for? And I said, she said, I gave them away to the mission. I said, that's all right. That's okay, the poor kids. But you should have written me, those last hours in Philadelphia where I discharged. And I said, please, why, you should have let me know. And she said the line I'll never forget. She said, well, sweetheart, how did we know that you were going to survive? So that's when I put her in a home early.
A lot of warmth in that
family, huh? Parents are funny. I know they kid a lot.
Yeah. Let's go back to the very first Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Very first one.
Okay.
How do you manage it was as a pilgrim? I mean...
Well, you have to realize at that time, which I don't think a lot of people do because so many years have passed, they were basically from England, downtown London. And either that or, Southampton. Bye-bye, have a good voyage. Of course, the little boats were kind of a joke, and they went around in circles, and then everybody, so about 7,000 people went... And they moved out. No Evan Roods in those days, gang. So I imagine they got to Plymouth Rock, what it was, around 1620?
Mm-hmm, about that.
Something like that, 1621.
Jamestown, I guess?
Jamestown, good. And Guy pointed, that's Jamestown. Yes, it says on the map, Jamestown. Everybody, yeah. And, of course, the boat went right into Plymouth Rock, and they swam ashore. And then they got up on the rock, and everybody prayed, usually on the rock. And those that didn't pray were cuffed around a little bit. And by the minister, hey, don't you believe? You don't believe? So then, of course, the Indians showed. God bless the Indians. I still have, a lot of love and respect for the Indians, too. They were obviously in just standard, buckskin and feathers. And here are these people, and the Indian would say, of course, that was a Wyandotte, and you could distinguish him from an Algonquin or Iroquois and Seneca, and he was saying, look at the buckles on the dummy. And, of course, it was something for an Indian because he had no buckles. Good waist, tight, and maybe a rubber band, but certainly not a buckle. And say, and then the guy had buckles on his shoes. Hey, no wonder they were not wanted right away. And then the buckle on the hat told him that he'd had some special treatment. But that's pretty much Thanksgiving as I remember it.
How do you think the farmer Elwood P. Suggins would feel about Thanksgiving? Does he raise turkeys, Mr. Suggins?
I raised turkeys. In the beginning, we raised turkeys back in the late 30s. We had about 600 of them, and I thought it was early snow, but it was just white turkey. And we just went out there with full shot, about 12 shot, opened up and got a lot of them, and then I had heavy grief over that. And I had heavy grief that I'd kill them birds. So today, we just wait for a Cadillac to come through town. And if they cross the road, the Cadillac belongs to the Cadillac. And I picked one out just for Sunday, right out of the grill. Bird had just like this, had the design on it and everything. But we've taken to eating some small animals. I don't want to go into that.
Mrs. Suggins is still living,
Mrs. Suggins is full of life.
Yeah.
She's bedridden.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Which works in her favor.
I see.
I give her a box of chocolates.
Good-hearted woman, though.
And a new VSR, whatever thing. She's asked for something special. See movies on it.
Watch some movies, yeah.
Yeah, and she watches that. Yeah. And I watch her, and then we watch the movies together. And I get her to the window so that she can look at the kids. Just drag her out of bed and over at the window. Go ahead, look at her. Put it on F6 and put it on CU close up, and then I drop her out of the window. Kids will play with her for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Well, they've dragged her around and wore her back off.
Yeah, well, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and give my best to Mrs. Suggins. Sounds like a remarkable woman.
Are you watching to it?
Yeah, well, she's probably watching now. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, honey.
We are back. And if you just join us, we have the irrepressible Mr. Buddy Hackett with us tonight,
Yeah.
Charlie Callis, Dr. Keith Sennert.
Saynert.
Excuse me.
Saynert.
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 Saynert. That doctor is with us. And we'll see us
Sometime.
presently. And Roz Clark and this lady, whom I really adore. She was a superstar, I think, before that word was used out here in Hollywood, and she's really kind of been away from the screen for about 8 years. But if you've seen any of her pictures, she's an incredible actress. Here's some: Roman Holiday, Sabrina Fair, Funny Face, Love in the Afternoon, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Nun Story, My Fair Lady, and we could sit here and read a long list. And this is the first time she's been on the show. And would you believe I'm a little nervous?
Yes.
Really? What?
Not to put you down at all. I mean, I would believe that because I would feel the same way. She's kind of very, very special.
She's a special lady.
She's delicate.
Not you. Yes, that's the word I was going to use.
Delicate.
Delicate. Would you welcome, please, Miss Audrey Hepburn? How are you?
All right.
You look super last night.
Yeah.
You really did. I must tell you, my wife, Joanna, whom you met briefly the other night
have
at
a
Swiftly
beautiful
Lizard.
wife.
Thank you. She is beautiful, isn't she?
Lovely.
She is an unabashed fan of yours. Absolutely. She wanted me to tell you that.
Thank you.
Privately, now I've done it publicly, it'll probably embarrass her. But you gave that show last night a lovely, lovely quality about it. And you don't appear too much in public anymore, do you? I mean, you've been away from the screen for what, really, about
About
8 years?
8 years.
And now you've done Robin and Marion with
Right.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you miss it at all? I mean,
Well, I had so many other things to do, which I liked so much. I didn't really miss it. No.
yeah. I would guess
it was
you're
fun,
rather.
though.
I would guess you're a rather private person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And can stay away from.
That's why I'm sitting here with everyone.
Well, no. Well, we were delighted you're here. I have not seen Robin and Marion yet, but from the people I've talked with who have seen, they
You can see it tomorrow.
Really? Is it official opening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, everywhere.
All over the country?
All of the country.
Yeah. This is back in Robin and Marion. You're talking about Robin Hood and Maid Marian, right?
That's right.
What?
Do you always do the gesture when you say his name? The little bow and arrow gesture? I think that's nice. Robin Hood. I think that's good.
I was just saying for a moment, as I told you, I was a little nervous having on you here today, and I was trying to think of Robin
Call him
Hood.
Robin
I'm
Bow
much
and
more
Arrow.
nervous than you.
No, and I couldn't
You're
think of.
used to this. I'm not.
I'm not
Imagine
used to
how
having
I
you here,
feel.
though. How do you feel, really?
Huh? Well, your hands are cold, so am I. Mine are a bit clammy, though.
No, they're not clammy.
Okay.
And even if they are, who cares? I met your husband. You're married to a psychiatrist, right?
You think we should hold hands while you talk about my husband?
No, I wondered if that is a psychiatrist able to. He may find some deep meaning there that I'm not aware of. They say that it's like being married to a doctor. They say that they find it difficult to handle their own problems sometimes. But having a psychiatrist as a husband, does that mean that if you ever have little spats and frictions, as we've all had in our marriage? I had a live-in psychiatrist who had had an army cot in the garage during my marriages, and we called him at any hour of the day or night. But you know what I'm saying? When you have a little, does he come on kind of strong and saying, because I'm a psychiatrist, therefore I know what is happening here, and you should listen to me?
But surely you know that doctors never take care of their own families, and least of all of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they're great with their patients, but they don't want to take care of their family.
Yeah. Well, do they try? I mean,
No,
would they have any more insight? They get too close to it, right?
no, I don't think, I don't think there's any difference in if you were not a psychiatrist.
Yeah. That's interesting.
We're two people, and
Now, we talked about this, and I don't know whether you want to talk about it tonight, but it was in the newspapers. Your husband underwent a near kidnapping some time ago. True?
Right.
That made the papers, and it was kind of frightening. We talked about it briefly the other night at the party. That is
he's all right now, and he's here with me, and he's perfectly well, but it was a terrible shock, yes.
yeah. That's something that seems to be happening, I don't know, more in other countries than it is in this country. I mean, those kind of kidnappings for ransom for some reason.
I don't know what the reason is, but I suppose it's...
And he got clobbered, did he not? Over the...
Yeah. They fortunately did not knock him out.
Right.
He was able to save himself. But
Yeah. Somebody described you once, I think you described yourself as the unbitterest person in the world.
I did.
Yeah.
I have nothing to be bitter about, I guess.
Really? Don't you ever get mad at people? Or
Oh, that's different, but that's not bitterness. I mean,
Yeah.
you get mad.
what do you call being bitter? I mean,
Bitter? Something rather different. It's being terribly sort of cynical and unhappy about something, which is different than being angry, perhaps. So
I find well, this is probably a cliche again, a lot of cynical people in this town. Do you?
not particularly, not more than anywhere else.
You're right. See, I go either way. If they say, I say, you're right, I've noticed that. I want to make this easy. I have no argument at all. Now, you've been described as winsome and ladylike, and you've played delicate, as Ed said, you're delicate type of roles.
Didn't you see me try to knock out Sean Connery in the movie?
No, I haven't seen that. Now,
Nothing delicate about that, I'm sure.
Did you play kind of a hellcat in this picture?
I nearly knocked him out. He knocks me out, of course, because he's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
But I did try.
Well, you know what I'm saying now. I mean, did you ever want to play you were never built up as a sex symbol like some of the ladies in Hollywood have.
Just my luck.
No, you know what I'm saying?
They couldn't.
Well, no, what do you mean they couldn't?
Don't have the figure.
Oh, no, I don't know. I think that's wrong. I mean, not that you don't... No, don't do it. Let me put this in there. Sex... I know where I'm going. You don't really think that somebody to be sexy has to do with just the outer appearance. Seriously, do you?
I wouldn't know about that. I mean, that's up to the others to decide.
Well, what do you think, Ed?
About you, John?
No, not about me. What I'm trying to say is I think sex is an inner quality.
Yes.
A woman can have a lot of sensuality.
Let me tell you, as far as I can see right here, she's a very sexy lady.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see? We got two of us right here tonight.
Yeah.
Let me do this. We're going to come right back. We have a new sponsor tonight. No, it's not a new sponsor. Yes, a new sponsor. I thought it was an old sponsor coming back. We have some of those sometimes. See, you get me all upset and excited here tonight, and I can't do anything. Midland CB Radio. And I'll watch this from C.W. McCall. CB Radio's from C.W. We are back. Thank you, Doc. We're talking with Aubrey Hepburn. We're both settled down now, right? You said now this wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
I had some of your coffee.
Had some of my coffee? It's just coffee. People think for some strange reason that we put alcoholic beverages in here to stimulate us during the show. I do not do that myself. There are
Would you mind?
I won't tell.
You drink this and tell them all what it is.
Well, maybe she doesn't want
You would
to drink out of
believe
here.
this lady.
It's all right. It's terrible. It's tea.
That's right, iced tea. That's all it is. See, now all the terrible things
No
you've
sugar in
implied.
it.
Okay,
No
you want to
sugar.
strike the prop? Now bring out the real stuff? Impressed Audrey at all? It was a fun doing Robin and Marion. Somebody told me that unlike a lot of pictures where they take a good number of months, it was done on a rather fast pace.
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
Yep, that's fast.
Yeah, that's almost abnormally fast.
But I think movies are being made much faster
Yeah.
now. You know, I think they have faster film and lighter cameras and
Right.
fewer complications than there were once.
Yeah, and where they used to make
At least
everything...
in my day, it used to take longer.
Not even my day. No, but everything was done practically in those days in the studio. They'd create this. Now funny things are done on location.
Oh, this was all done.
Yeah, so you can move right out and you've got the scenery and everything right there.
All in the most beautiful forests
Yeah, where'd you do it?
in Spain, in the north of Spain.
That must be gorgeous. I hear it's a beautiful country.
Lovely medieval castles that are still there,
Yeah.
which we really photographed. So
We have a film clip, a short excerpt from Robin and Marion. Bobby, why don't you roll that? Watch the monitors here in the studio. We'll give you a short preview. You just jump off of that screen. That's a lovely scene. It's nice to see an old-fashioned love story. Reminds me of my days in Nebraska when we used to go out in the wheat fields.
But you know,
Not quite as romantic as that, unfortunately, but nevertheless, we went into the wheat fields.
that part of the country looks like Nebraska, where you saw the wheat fields.
Yeah?
The miles and miles of wheat.
It's
Nothing
comfy
else.
out there.
Story.
Real comfy. Cornfields are bad. Wheat fields are nice. Somebody told me you also took a tumble making this picture off the horse.
No, I mean, yes and no. It
Oh.
wasn't off the horse. We were in a covered wagon that turned over in the water. And I don't know if you've ever been in a covered wagon that's toppled over in the water, but it's very hard to get out of.
I would guess
And
so.
the water was not very deep, and it seemed awful silly to drown about a yard of water. But that's what nearly happened.
I thought now most people would think that they would have stunt people or stunt gals who would come in. I guess this wasn't
because
considered that dangerous.
It
and
did
just...
not seem, it was not meant to topple over, to turn over. but the level of the ground was uneven, and what was very dangerous is we had a very large horse that panicked and was rearing back on top of us in the water.
You see, now what we've talked about horses?
Right.
So
He was trying to get out of the water.
We have a continuing argument going. I always say that horses are not the brightest animals in the world, and they will panic in a situation like that.
but they're right to panic. It's not stupid.
See?
A pig would not do that. We have a continuing thing about the horse and the pig. Pigs would not do that. Panic, you say.
Pig wouldn't be there anyway.
Well, you'd look silly going across with two pigs pulling a cover.
Come on, pig.
That's right. Move my pig. That's bad. That's silly, of course. But nobody was injured at all, or was the horse injured?
No, we were bumped about a bit, and the horse wasn't injured, no.
Yeah.
But we were okay. We stopped shooting that day.
Yeah. Now, you won an Oscar for Roman Holiday, right? I've heard now a lot of people keep Oscars in strange places. Somebody mentioned the other night they use them as doorstops. True, because they're very heavy. Where do you have? Do you have yours in any particular place?
I have it on a shelf in our playroom, and I see it every day. I'm very proud of it.
You should be. It was a super movie. Are you going to... Are you going to be more active in pictures now?
I don't know, because I'm very active, as we've been talking about before, with my life at home.
Right.
So it depends if, there's not so much the time, but the place, because
Right.
pictures today, as you said before, are made all over the world, and it does involve leaving home,
Right.
which I don't feel like doing.
So if you find something that you like to
If
do,
it's
you
in
might.
some way possible, perhaps near home, then
Just might
then
consider
perhaps
that.
I can.
Hey, I thank you for coming tonight. I know you don't do many of these shows, and it's a delight to have you here. And you're going to be here for about another week or so, you said, around the country? I thank you for being here. I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
It was a great kick for us.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Audrey. It's real style, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Real style. Lovely lady.
Classy lady.
She was terribly nervous tonight, but so was I. I think for her.
Yeah.
Did I show it at all?
No, you're fine. I like particularly the part when you couldn't
Can I show them?
remember Robin Hood's last name. I thought that was Robin. I think that's good. It's Robin Hood. I think that's good.
Didn't you ever do that when you
Yes.
can't think of something,
Yeah.
you visualize
Yeah.
it and you Robin Hood, the guy with
Try
the-
this, Mohammed. That's it.
Okay, we're gonna be back with our guests and some more show. Who do we have as guests, you ask? Well, we have Buddy Hackett, we have
He'll be here.
Charlie Callis, and we have Dr. Keith Sainert.
Say nerd.
Sainert.
Say nerd.
Now, why do you say the accent is on the last syllable?
He likes it that way.
Say nerd.
It's like say nurse, only say nerd.
Well, that's what Freddie is saying. That's what you were saying.
What?
Why don't we find out what the doctor says when he joins us? It's Sainert.
Say nerd.
Why do you keep saying Sainert?
Because sometimes it's say nerd.
No, it's not. Not to the doctor.
According to his book, it is. He's not a doctor all the time.
What has that got to do with
Well, it says on the book. Look at the book. What does it say?
By Keith Sainert?
Nobody mean over here.
What?
Sometimes.
I think it's time for a station break. Well, I'm going to ask the doctor when he comes out, because that man should know, because he's a doctor. What do you two guys know? What are we going to do? Commercial first?
Commercial.
Right. Okay, and then we'll be right back here with Buddy Hackett. Charlie Callis and Dr. Keith Sainert. Great band, as our guests always say. Great band. Steve Martin is here tonight. Steve has a bizarre sense of humor.
Yes.
He knocks me out. He'll be performing at the Troubadour here in Los Angeles tomorrow night through Sunday, and then he's going to be appearing at the Golden Bear in Huntington Beach, California on Monday and Tuesday. Would you welcome back Steve Martin?
Thank you. Be starting in just a few moments. Just waiting for the drugs to take effect, and then Okay, there we go. Now, I'm kind of excited tonight. I have a book coming out, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's psychological work. It's called How to Get Along with Everyone. I didn't work on it alone. I worked with this other jerk ex-friend of mine, and so I hope you get that. But that's it. No, seriously, I do have a book coming out. It's titled How I Turned $1 Million in Real Estate into $25 in Cash. I hope you get that. So, we ready now? Okay, let's go. You know, I kind of think comedy should be based on real experience. So, right now I'd like to do a little thing that happened to me titled The Day the Dopes Came Over. I was sitting at home, peeking through the blinds at my neighbor's wife, minding my own business, when I heard a knock at the door. "Who's there?" I shouted. "We don't know." I knew immediately that the dopes had come over. I opened the door and invited them in, glad to have company even if they were a bunch of dopes. "Well, what brings you by this way?" "Yup." "Would you like some coffee?" "No, thanks. I think I'll just sit here and suck on this table." He clamped his lips firmly around the table, but still listened intently to the rest of our conversation. "Gall," said one dope. "How long have we been here?" "Oh, about 2 minutes." "Gall, we should have left hours ago." And they packed up some of my things and lumbered out. "Goodbye, dopes," I shouted. And the dopes turned and shouted back, "Goodbye, you big stupid idiot." Thank you. Okay, and now it's time for a movie review. The Hindenburg. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Am I on yet? I am. Okay, then I'm going to keep going. All right. Let's get going now. Hey! You people are weird. Okay, you know, folks, I'm kind of interested in magic, and you always see these magicians come out and they do these production tricks, you know, but they always have on these big coats and everything, and you know pretty much where it's coming from. But I'm going to do a trick tonight that kind of gets around that problem. I picked this up. I was in Egypt this morning, and I learned this trick, and I'd like to do it for you now. So here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Hey! Hit it! Perfect. All right. Okay, here we go. We still on? Okay. No problem on that. All right. Here we go. Okay. Pretty good tan, huh? Yeah. I've been working on this all summer, boy. Cost me plenty to get it, but I'm pretty proud. Okay. Isn't it funny how it's okay to take off your pants if you have on funny underwear? If I had regular underwear on, people go, oh no. Funny underwear, they go, okay, here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll be right back following this brief intermission as soon as Steve gets ready. We are back. Steve is getting dressed.
Yes, put on the shoes.
Yeah. I see you all over the place. You're working every place, in television, personal
real
appearances,
good.
concerts, nightclubs.
Johnny, I hope this doesn't offend you, but do you smell like a hyena, or am I just...
No, I wasn't going to say anything. I thought it was...
Thought it was me.
Yeah, animals do have a tendency to...
Well, listen. Okay, I want to explain this. I thought this would be an interesting thing to do on the Tonight Show, which we're on now. When you're in show business, you have to have an answering service. And because you're out of town all the time, and calls are constantly coming in for work and things like that, so you have to have an answering service. But the ones that you hire for like $35 a month are really poor. You know, you call them, they go, hold, wait, hold. So you can't understand. So I bought a telephone answering machine that answers your phone. And this is a little beeper.
I see.
And you play this into the phone and it retrieves your calls. And you can leave it's a recording. You leave a little recording and with a little joke if you want, which I have on mine. And
little humor when people call.
Oh, yeah. And then they can leave a recorded message. So I thought it'd be interesting to do it on the Tonight Show. I haven't been home for like 2 weeks, so there should be messages.
You actually call them?
Yeah. To call them up here on the show and get the messages.
Well, I didn't know what this
So
was.
that's why
I saw
we
it, and I
rigged
didn't
this
know.
up.
All right.
And I thought it'd be interesting for the people to...
We checked it out before, and somebody said the phone company could put a line in.
Yeah. I thought it'd be interesting for people to hear what a professional comedian in show business, kind of messages that they get. So
Let's give
we'll
it a
give them a
try.
call. Ready? Now, the first thing you'll hear is the recorded message, which is me, and then I beep this, and you'll hear it rewind, and then the messages will play back. Can I pencil and paper?
Sure.
In case I have.
That's right. You're in case some work shows
Yeah.
up.
Hello, this is Steve Martin. I'm away from the phone right now, so your call is being answered by an expensive telephone answering machine, who is also, incidentally, my wife. So if you'll leave your message when you hear the beep, I'll be happy to call you back.
Now that triggers the rewind.
Did it rewind it?
Now it plays back all the messages you got.
Hello, Steve. This is Fred down in the garage. Yeah, we were able to fix that lighter. No problem at all. Cost about $8, I guess. Please call when you get in.
All right.
Steve, this is Jimmy Hoffa. Give me a call when you get a chance.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow.
It's my cat.
Steve, this is Trudy. Don't be embarrassed about the other night. It can happen to any guy. Hello, Steve. This is Victoria. Don't be embarrassed about the other night. Any guy. It doesn't mean you're not a man. Talk to you later.
Steve, this is Bill. Don't be embarrassed. Steve, sorry to bother you again. This is Ernie down at the garage. You know that cigarette lighter that we fixed? We have a real problem down here. It's really the whole electrical system of the car. It's going to cost you about $350. Call me right away, will you?
Meow, 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 meow.
Call back. Cat. Call back.
Steve, this is Ted. I found your earring. Bye.
Hello, Steve. This is Ernie down at the garage again. You know, this car, we're having all sorts of problems with it. We're going to have to junk it out. It's going to cost me about $8,000. However, Steve, we were able to save that lighter. Come down